Life with K, story time today. I think my mom's at the door, but in 2016, I was convicted of 6 felonies. And my daughter, get over here. My granny at the door. We just gonna do this one over. Okay, so in 2016, I was convicted of 6 different felonies. Stand up. And when I went in, at the time, my daughter was this tall. Go down. Go down. She was this tall. 5 years later, we're staring eye to eye. Okay. Actually, it wasn't 2016. It was 2017. However, I was convicted and I was sentenced to 10 years at Perryville's prison in Arizona. So they wrote us up between 1:30, 2:30 a.m. Crazy to be woke up out your sleep to get on a train to go to prison, right? I know. So they got us up. They made us go to the strip shack. We had to take off our orange and white stripes, sports bra. At the time, the underwear I think we were wearing was like...
Disposable?
Yeah, disposable. That. So they made us put on a blue paper suit, no bra, no panties, no socks, just skin, blue paper suit. We leave out the strip shack, you know, the routine. You got to get against the wall, cuff up. Then after they put your cuffs on, they putting them shackles on your ankle. They putting shackles on your arm. So you literally like walking like a penguin, like crazy. We sat in the holding cell maybe for about 30 extra minutes. Then they gathered the women and the men and they put us on this truck. And how I can describe the truck and remember it, it was like, you know that the truck from, what was it, Friday After Next? When the dad was catching dogs and he had them dogs in the back of that truck? That's the truck. The truck had a divider in the middle of it. So the women, we was on one side and the men was on the other, and they would just yell through the vents, "Where y'all going? What's y'all name? How long y'all got?" Like, cause we was bored, but it was like 3:30 something in the morning and we on our way to prison. Crazy. About time we pulled up to the prison, I think we dropped the men off first and then we got dropped off. Well, we didn't drop the men off. The guards dropped the men off, but we got dropped off and I was so exhausted from the ride because it was like a 4-hour ride, like with shackles on and a blue paper suit at the beginning of January in Arizona, just not cool. One of the questions I'm always getting asked is, when you first arrived at prison, was you scared? The answer to that question is absolutely not. I was so exhausted from being in that dog catcher truck, ice cream truck, whatever you want to call it. I was so exhausted that I didn't care where I was at. I just wanted to get to some clean underwear, some socks, a bra, and out of that blue paper suit. Like, it's crazy. We get off the truck. Now we back in another strip shack. And this is where prison really started. First off, the guards was like rough and tough. Like, they took their job way too serious. Yelling, "Get in the shack." We get in the shack, strip out of everything. Well, we only got on a blue paper suit, so what you want me to do? Tear it off of me? Because it's really not nothing for real. And at the time, I was on, let's just say that Mother Nature was here. They made me pull out, you know, yeah. And it was just disgusting because it's like, I already don't got no underwear on to secure myself or feel like I'm a little secured. And now I gotta squat, bend over, cough as I'm ripping this plug out of Mother Nature. Now remember I said I didn't care about being scared because I just wanted some fresh socks, fresh underwear, and a bra to put on. None of it was fresh. It was freshly out the washer, per se, but it wasn't brand new. It was used. And what do? Do you complain? Do you cry? They don't care. Put it on, keep it pushing. So from the strict shack, we went into intake, and that's when you pretty much get your new identification, which is a number and your last name, 324455 McCoy. But before all of that, they actually take you in a small room so they can examine inside of what we named in this video the place of Mother Nature. They check you to make sure, first off, you didn't smuggle any drugs inside of the prison. And also they do just a random check to make sure you don't have any STDs, etc. So before I actually took my intake picture, I had these little bitty small braids in that I had a Mexican girl do before I got on the train to come to prison. And I'm thinking, at the time I was natural, like my hair was really curly, natural. And I'm thinking like, shoot, I'm about to go in there, braid it up, especially because when I take my intake picture, I don't want to be looking crazy. But little did I know, I had two options. A small comb about this big to take my braids down, or get it buzzed off. You're not about to cut my hair, so give me the comb. Just give me the comb. So I had these real itty bitty braids. It took me a while to take them down, but I took them down. And if y'all could see my intake picture, like, I had people back from my hometown. I've heard a lot. Like, I was getting blasted about my picture. Like, oh, she looked crazy. Oh, she done lost her mind. She's insane. Literally, y'all, I took my braids down, and my fro was so big, it just was froed up. And I had a small rubber band, pull it back. I'm going to see if I can drop the picture in the video. You wasn't allowed to smile or show teeth in your intake picture. So when I was literally thinking I'm about to get my Kodak moment, they like dropped the smile. And the minute I dropped it, they snapped the picture. They just don't give a fuck. They don't care. You just gonna look crazy. So finally, after shit, it might have been 4 hours, 6 hours, I really don't know, of being in intake, they took you to RNA, which is classification. And we got shipped off to a yard called Brent Lumley. That's what it was. Brent Lumley. It was in a prison, whatever. That's the name of the yard. And that is where we spent our first 14 days in RNA. Being a young, beautiful black woman from the state of Ohio, they knew off rip, like the other offenders knew off rip, that we wasn't from there. And I'm gonna tell you why. Girls was in there 18 years old, no teeth, like gums or dentures. Crazy. Yes, those girls was meth out. It's so sad because I've learned just during that time in the state of Arizona that a lot of these women, literally, that's all they knew is drugs. Like, their parents used to leave bowls of drugs just on the kitchen table, on the dining room table, and they'd do it. And I knew so many women that's been doing drugs since the age of 8. I remember sitting on the slope during like our first day of rec or whatever, and the girl was like, y'all pretty. Where y'all from? We from Ohio. Y'all got all y'all teeth. I knew y'all weren't from around here. Y'all look good. Y'all be doing drugs? I don't even think that's what she said. I think she said y'all be doing G. And I'm like, yeah, I smoke a little green from time to time. Whole time she talking about meth. Ain't that something? And right at that moment, that's when I knew that God was going to make me sit down and do this time to humble me and to make me sit and reflect on my life and how good I had it and just all the things that I've been truly blessed with.